Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport 7, continuing on with the nostalgic drag races. And yeah, we're at Road Atlanta in the club circuit, and yeah, we're in the Dodge Coronet WO23. Let's see if this is any better than that Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. I certainly could do more to this vehicle than I could to that Fairlane, because it had a lower PI from stock. So I was even able to give it an extra 25 horsepower, which is 25 more than the Ford Fairlane had tons of upgrades. Oh dear, these guys are aggressive. I was merely coming into that corner and there's that guy right there. At the inside. But again, quite a narrow course for so many large cars. This car is certainly a lot bigger than that Fairlane. And even with upgrades does weigh more than it. So weight wise we're not as good as the Fairlane, but got more power, more torque, and hopefully better handling. Right, so that's a pretty good first lap, despite the few knocks and bangs here and there. GTO is a little bit difficult to get past. Hopefully we've got more power on the straight. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why the driver tells brake on that bit. Absolutely no reason to do so. Just the guy that has been through the previous race has been moving up with me for the leaderboard. So I've got to get past this guy, otherwise he could potentially overtake us. The leaderboard in terms of points. Yeah, did a lot of upgrades on this, put brakes in it, well, better brakes should I say, better suspension, better anti-roll bars, better tyres, not just in terms of the compound, but in terms of the width. Lightened it somewhat, put extra 25 horsepower in it, bringing it up to 450. Just generally made it a more competitive car than that Fairlane was. But I like both cars, even when stock, so, you know, any grievances that I had with the Fairlane, for instance, when it was even upgraded, don't really matter in comparison to how much I like it in stock form. That thing is one crazy car in stock form. And even though this car's a little bit less crazy, because the suspension is nowhere near as bad as stock. Obviously it weighs a little bit more because that Fairlane was stripped out of practically everything that you would expect on a normal car. Still really rather fun. Quite frankly, we need more vehicles like this in the Fairlane in this game. Well, apart from a messy first lap, that was pretty damn good, that was. A little bit battered up on the left hand side there. But this should certainly help us move up the leaderboard. Easily had the fastest lap there, more than 3 seconds ahead of the guy in second. See what that does for us points wise. Yep, all the way up into second place now, so we've basically just got to come first for the next couple of races, and we should hopefully make up the point difference between me and first place. So yeah, let's get going on to the next race. Right, so we're at Yas Marina circuit on the north one, 3 laps, 1.96 miles each. That's a night race, so we will put a mod on to make it night, so we get an extra 30%. Go for that. I don't think there's any better than that, to be honest. Nope. Right, so yeah. Pretty long straight on this, but luckily I've got the gearbox upgraded, so we don't top out at like 130 or whatever this car's original top speed was. And in terms of the corners, well, it's not all that difficult, but again, quite narrow in terms of width on certain parts of this track, so gotta look out for that. Right, so first time in the night with this car. Visibility shouldn't be that bad. Never really is at night time in this game. It's only when it's properly dark and you lose your headlights that you're in trouble. Fairlane's getting a bit aggressive there. That Fairlane is failing completely in terms of cornering, so yeah, those cars really aren't the best for this series. Frankly, it's no wonder that I struggled as much as I did. As you can see in front of me, it's Chevys and Dodges that are doing the best, with the Fords way behind. Oh dear. Oh. Might have improved brakes, but that does not mean I can take liberties with the stopping distance. Come on, gain on the Impala, surely. Another car that is unfortunately in the speciality dealer. Apparently that's released this week in that dealership, so definitely be getting my hands on that. Guy that's been moving up the leaderboard with me is only in 3rd place. It's a surprise. A little bit too soon there. Way faster than the GTO. I'm going to have to settle for 3rd place this time round, which means the guy that is in 1st place in the leaderboard overall is going to open up his lead a little bit. He was 35 points ahead, I think, last time. Yeah, it's that succulent Eric guy. God damn it. That's the way it goes sometimes, can't be helped. Can't win everything these days, can you? Yeah, it was 35 points ahead. How far is he now? Ooh, that's widening up a fair bit. And we've actually moved down a place. Damn. Well, we might be able to at least get 2nd place if we win the next one. So, yeah, let's get on with it. Right, we're at Silverstone. It's raining, and it's the international circuit, so pretty good track, quite frankly. How this car's going to deal with these wet conditions, I don't know. It's lightning as well. Oh dear. Certainly makes these races a bit more of a spectacle when it's these kind of conditions. Look how much wobble that Fairlane has on it. Trying to break through the pack with these cars because they're so large and there's so many of them. Come on. Yeah, and he is. Oh, these cars, in terms of handling on boats. You do outboard more than anything in these conditions. Come on. It's okay that Eric's only in second, so if we can knock him down to third, we might have a chance. Final lap, do or die. Oh, I screwed up that corner completely there. Cannot take as much speed as you think. It's that kind of corner that, you know, isn't a slow one. Come on. Oh, so close, literally a car length behind. That's a shame. But again, that's just the way these races go. I'm glad I'm not always winning everything, to be honest, because it makes it less predictable. It'd be annoying if everything was a win. But yeah, there we go, third place, so at least we're on the podium. But as you can see, we weren't all that far behind at all. 45 points behind first and only 30 points behind second. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, let's move on and see what we're going to be doing next. Right, we're going to do some police car bowling.
Right? You just want to make the car as wide as possible, and how it's wide is when it's sideways. So bowling, if you're going to bowl, first of all, you need speed. And you need to be completely sideways.
Yeah, I know how to do this. I've done it before. With a limo, in fact. Right, so I really like this car. And it is, again, a shame that it's not a car you can buy outright. You have to do this to get it. But at least it's not so far for the game that you're never going to be able to find it. Frankly, my only issue with this car is the gearbox, which is automatic and woeful. So how many points are we going to get? 225. It's not as much as it was with the limo. Still a high amount. Oh dear. Slid right into the wall. Oh dear. Yeah, this car was not made for doing this. And then again, what car is? We just did it. About 1,400 points there. That was very close. So yeah, they can be quite difficult when you've got a car that really isn't, you know, able to kick its rear end out all that much. Especially one that, you know, has a shoddy automatic gearbox and not all that much weight to push its... Not all that much power, sorry, to push its immense weight around. But yeah, we did it, so yeah, there we go. So we've got quite some way to go until we unlock the next championship, but that was pretty fun, using a couple of cars that I really like this episode. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.